Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, how was your NATA exam? Good. I saw questions were pretty simple, common sensical questions. Ayushka, how was it?
So,
Yeah. Hmm? What?
sir, I did not give the first attempt.
Okay. All right. Anya, what about you? Did you write the first test?
Yes, sir, I did. It was fine, sir.
Okay. So, what shall I discuss now? Shall I discuss the questions of the first NATA, or shall I discuss your doubts, or shall I discuss the question which I feel are important? What do you say?
Sir, I had a doubt in the paper.
Okay. Send me a question.
Sir, yes, sir, one.
Push your
Sir, I've sent it.
Okay. This question, I'll read it for everyone. A lady grows cabbage in her garden. Or shall I write it? Or I write it? A lady grows cabbage in her garden that is in the shape of square. That is in the shape of a square. Each cabbage takes 1 square foot. Each cabbage takes 1 square foot area in her garden. This year she has increased her output by 211. This year she has increased output by 211 cabbage. Cabbages when compared to last year. The shape of this area used for growing the cabbage has remained a square. The shape of the area used for growing cabbage remains square only in both these years, right? How many cabbages does she produce this year? How many cabbages did she produce this year? So that was the question. She's growing cabbages in her garden, which is square in shape, and it's been given that one cabbage you need 1 square foot of area, right? One cabbage you need 1 square foot of area. So for 1 year she grows some, like in the first year, say the square shape is this. So the next year it is again a square, that is y, and the difference between the two produced has been given to us as 211. Good question. And as such, for one cabbage, the area required is how much? For one cabbage, the area required is 1 square foot. That means the number of cabbages this year would be how many? Number of cabbages will be x square, sorry, y square this year. Previous year, number of cabbages would be x square. And the difference between the two has been given as 211. You basically have to solve this equation. Y square minus x square is equal to 211. There are two unknowns. That means there should be some trick here. One trick is this, like one important info you can draw is that x has to be a whole number, right? X has to be a positive integer. Second thing is, tell me, is this number 211, is it a prime number or not? Is 211 prime number or not? How to figure this out? If you want to know whether a given number is prime number or not, the very simple way is that you find its square root. You find its square root. We know that 14 square is 196, 15 square is 225. So this number would be 14 point something, right? Maybe 14.2 or something. So less than 14, whatever prime numbers are here, there, how many numbers are there before 14 which are prime? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So before 14, you have these numbers which are prime. So now you can divide 2,111 by these numbers. If it's divisible by these numbers, then it won't be a prime number, it will be a composite number. Otherwise, it will be a prime number. Okay. So when you won't be able to divide 211 by these prime numbers. Therefore, 211 is a prime number. Got it? Then I factorize this. Y minus x, y plus x. So the factors of 211 will be basically 1 into 211. Since 211 is a prime number, The only factor would be 1 into 211. Both are integers. Therefore, y minus x should be a smaller number. Y plus x has to be a bigger number. Simply add these two. You get 2y is equal to 212. So what is the value of y? 106. It is 106. Y is 106. That means number of cabbages this year would be how much? How much? 106 whole square. Was this the option there? Since 211 was a prime number, we factorize this. This equal to 1 because y minus x has to be a smaller number. Y plus x would be a larger number. Adding these two x cancel out. 2y is 212, y is 106. The number of cabbages would be 106 whole square.
Yes.
Okay. Any other question anybody has in the previous NATA?
So I've sent another one. I think there's some mistake in the question, sir.
Okay. There's another question of first NATA attempt, and it is choose the correct option. And this question is perfectly all right. After your JE attempt,
I got it.
you guys forgot how to solve these simple identities also. The question was choose the correct option. Everybody knows that sine 2 theta is sine 2 theta is 2 tan theta over 1 plus tan square theta. So you substitute theta is equal to 30 degree and you get the answer. So simple, even I can answer this.
Sir, I thought it was 2 tan 30 by 1.
That makes no sense.
Yes.
Right. If you have any other question, you can send it to me. Questions, I'll discuss questions with you now. If area of a circle equals to its perimeter, then its diameter is. All these are previous NATA questions. Simple. Hardly take a minute and answer this. Even not even a minute. Area of a circle, pi r square, equals to its perimeter, 2 pi r, pi and pi cuts. So the value of r is coming out to be 2. The diameter is 4. So simple. Odd one out. I'm doing all these questions with you because these are very long, very maybe 2010, 12 types questions. But these are being repeated in the last NATA, so I thought let me do these. Odd one out. Acre, furlong, meter, mile. What's the answer?
Acre.
This is area. This is length. This is also length. This is also length. So this one is out, right? Acre is basically area. What is hectare? What is hectare? Anyone?
100 meters square. 100 meter into 100 meter.
10,000 meters square, right? It's- What is shake? It's not Arab wala shake, okay? One shake. Remember this. You guys have done physics in the 10th class, 11th class, 12th class also. There'll be some questions involving physics also. We have already discussed general physics. Remember, shake is any guess? It is unit of time. And one shake equals to 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. Remember this. One shake is 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. Tell me how many years in one light year?
Seven.
Number of years in one light year.
0.
I remember this question very well because I remember that during my Roorkee days, I was asked this question in ragging. And light year is unit of distance. Distance covered by light in 1 year is one light year. Whereas year is the unit of time. There's no relation between them. It is unit of time. This is light year is unit of distance. Distance covered by light in 1 year called one light year. So no relation between them. What is one AU? What is full form of AU?
Astronomical unit.
Astronomical
Yes. What is this?
distance between Earth and Sun.
Distance between Earth and Sun, right? Remember this. Come back to this question. January code is 710, 7110. February code is 8226. March code is 5313. April code is 541. And the code for June is. First you decode and then you get the code for June. Many times in coding, what we do is we do the numbering for alphabets also. Like if you do the numbering, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It could be in other way around also. There could be coding for months also, like January first month, second, February second month, third month, like that also. It could be in the reverse order also. So take that into account and you can get the answer. K is 10, right? So the last digit is 10. February, what is F? F is 6. So the last digit 6. March, M is 13. Local low baat. M is 13. April, yes, A is 1. That means this is had been decoded. The last digits are basically stand for the first letter of the month. If we number A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, we get this. Then that means in the case of June, there'll be 1 0. So the last digit, 2 digit must be 1 0. What about this? January is the first month, February is the second month, March is the third month, April is the fourth month. What about June? June is
6th month.
right, 6. So now you can see options, whichever option has 610, last 3 digit will be the correct answer. And then, Anjana, your answer is correct. Look at this digit. If you count the number of letters in the word January, there's 7. If you count the number of letters, they are 8, right? In March, 5, April, 5, June, 4. So the code is 4610, right? So this is the code. Fine. Next question. This is a very popular question in NATA. This SP of X articles, sell price of X articles is the same as CP, cost price of 20 articles, and the profit is 25%, then X is. You can send your doubts. Meanwhile, if you have any other doubt, you can WhatsApp me. You all know this, that profit percentage is always SP by CP minus 1 into 100. You can use this. Write your answer in the chat box. SP of X articles, SP into X articles is the CP of 20 articles. That means CP into 20. SP of X articles equals to CP of 20 articles, and there is gain profit in percentage. I mean, there's a profit. So it's quite obvious that the number X has to be less than 20. Then only there'll be profit. So if out of the four options, two options are more than 20, those will be wrong. Anjanay, if there's a profit 25%, that means sell price has to be more. When sell price is more than cost price, X has to be less than 20. So from here you can find SP by CP, which would be 20 by X. The profit percentage 25, 25% equal to SP by CP, which is 20 by X minus 1 into 100. This cancels. This is 1 by 4. 20 by X minus 1. We bring 1 on the left side. We become 5 by 4. And the answer is 16. It can't be more than 20 because there's a profit. When there's
Yes,
a
sir, got my
profit,
mistake.
profit percentage is always calculated on cost price. So it is SP by CP minus 1 into 100. Answer this. X is 10% of Z. X is 10% of Z. How do you find 10% of Z? This into Z by 100. And Y is double of Z. Y is double of Z. And the question is, find the ratio Y and X. You can replace Z. Simple. Z is y divided by 2. So ratio y is 2x. That gives you 10x is equal to y by 2, or 20 by 1 is equal to y by x. If y is 2x, right? Y by x would be 20 is to 1. There'll be one option 1 is to 20 also. So don't make that mistake. It will be 20 is to 1. And walk diagonally across a square plot. Approximately what was the percentage of distance saved by him by not walking along the edges? Take some square plot of side A. If he walks along the edges, he will be walking two-way. Whereas if it goes diagonally, he'll be walking route two-way. Remember that percentage change in any quantity is always final minus initial. Fractional change is always final minus initial by initial. You can also write this as f by I. I is for initial, f is for the final. And if you don't know, if you want to know percentage change would be always final by initial minus 1 into 100. For any quantity for that matter, if you want to find out the percentage change, this is what you have to use the formula. F by I minus 1. So here, if he's initially walking along the edges, he'll be traveling how much distance? Two-way. But he decides to walk along the edges, will be route two-way. So the percentage change will be how much? Final is route two-way. Initial is two-way. Minus 1 into 100. Right? A and A cancels out. This is 1 by root 2 minus 1 into 100. You all know, thanks to AC circuits in physics, 1 by root 2 is always 0.707. Remember these results. 1 by root 2 is always 0.707. So this will be, if I round it off, if I just take these two digits only, because the question says approximately, so minus 30%. Minus over here signifies that he has saved the distance. So the answer would be 30%. Very popular question of this NATA. Has been there many a times in NATA papers. Percentage change will be always final by initial minus 1 into 100, whatever quantity is that. Yes, Reed, your answer is correct. Right? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Even in the solution of these questions, if you face any difficulty, ask. It is the number of sides of a polygon that has exterior angle same as equal to 1/3 of its interior angle. You know that sum of interior angles in a polygon is always n minus 2 into 180 degrees, where n is number of sides of the polygon. And this formula holds true whether it is regular polygon or irregular polygon. N minus 2 into 180. If n is 3, triangle 180, you know this. If n is 4, quadrilateral 360. N is 5, pentagon will be 3 into 185, 40. Hexagon, n is 6, will be 720. So whether it's regular, irregular, will be the same answer. And in the case of regular polygon, each angle would be how much? N minus 2 into 180 divided by n. So this would be each angle. Use this result. Each interior angle would be n minus 2 into 180 by n. What about exterior angle? It will be 180 minus n minus 2 into 180 by n. Use the equation and get the answer. Exterior angle would be 180 minus n minus 2 into 180 by n. So according to the question, it says exterior angle 180 minus n minus 2 into 180 by n is 1/3 of its interior angle, which is n minus 2 into 180 by n, right? Just like this. You can cancel 180 throughout. Multiply the entire equation by 3n. And you get the value of n. N is equal to 8. Read your answers correct. And Aita, you also got correct. It is octagon. So remember these two formulas. Just remember formula for sum of interior angles. Then when you divide by side, it becomes each angle. When you subtract it from 180, it becomes exterior angle. There are some rabbits and parrots in a cage. There are 72 feet and 24 heads. How many parrots and rabbits in the cage? Parrots, we are assuming that, all the parrots and rabbits are healthy ones. No rabbit is three-legged. Similarly, parrots have, so rabbits you can say number is X, parrots you can take as Y. The number of heads will be no two-headed parrot or rabbit. X plus Y would be 24. Now rabbits have four legs. The number of legs would be 4 into X, whereas parrot would have two. So it'll be 2Y is equal to how much? 72. You can replace X and then get the answer for Y. Solving these two, you get the answer. And the answer is 12 and 12, right? Anjana, read perfect. Fine. race questions. A 100-meter race, person A finishes the race in 36 seconds. Person B finishes in 45 seconds. By what distance person A beats B? Simple. Speed is equal to distance upon time question. We use speed equal to distance by time. Do it. The 100-meter race. So we can find speed of A and B. Speed of A would be 100 meter by 36. That of B would be 100 by 45. Perfect. Speed would be distance upon time. Now, when A has reached over here in 36 seconds, because A will take 36 seconds to finish the race. So we need to basically find out how much distance will be traveled by B. B would be somewhere here. This is always the starting point. So in 36 seconds, how much will be the distance covered by B? So this distance covered by B would be simply speed of B into the time, which is 36 seconds. So this would be 100 divided by 45 into 36. Perfect. It is 80 meter. So in 36 seconds, B would travel only 80 meters. The distance is 80 meters. When A has finished the race, this person B is 20 meters behind. So the answer is 20. Nashida is 20 meter because it'll be 20 meter behind the second person.
Yes, sir.
So answer would be 20 meter. Then there was this question, sum of interior angles is 2160. Sum of interior angles is 2160. Find the number of side of the polygon. Directly you can use that formula. Sum of interior angles of a closed figure is 2160. If the sum of interior angles of a closed figure is 2160, find the number of sides. So directly formula based question. N minus 2 into 180 is given to you as 2160. Simplify and get the answer as n is equal to 14. Yes. So if a polygon has side n equal to 14, what would you call it? Hmm? If a polygon has side 14 sides, then what do you call it? Anyone remember this?
The tetragon.
Tetra,
Sir, tetradecagon.
decagon. Okay, decagon is 10. Tetra means 4. So that is like, okay, fine. Has been given to you, want this? So 5 to the power a, 5 to the power minus 3. 5 to the power a, we already know 3125, and this will become 5 to the power 3. So 3125 by 5 into 5 into 5, and you can solve this to get the answer. There will be simple questions like this also. So be careful, don't make silly mistake, get them correct. Rectangular park, 60-meter long and 40-meter wide, has two concrete crossroads running in the middle of the park. And the rest of the park has been used as a lawn. If the area of the lawn is 2109 square meter, then the width of the road is There'll be some simple question like this, which will be involving a little bit of calculation. This is not a difficult question, but the problem is it is involving calculations. So you might come across questions like this as well. Draw the diagram. Take width of the road as x. This is 40 meter. This 60 meter. This is a lawn. Its area has been given to you. You add the area of the road and then simplify this. Right, Anahita? You got it correct. So the total area is 60 into 40, and that'll be equal to 2109 plus the area of the road. The total area would be 60 into 40. This should be area of the lawn, which is 2109 plus area of the road. If I calculate this area, this would be x into 60. If I calculate this area, this would be x into 40, but you need to be careful. This part has been calculated twice. So I need to subtract it once. So this would be x squared. This is x, this is also x. And then you can get the answer. Yes, Aradhya, answer is correct. So it will be a quadratic x squared minus 100x. And what is this value coming out to be? 2400 minus 2109. What is that? 2400 minus 2109. 291. So we'll have a split 97. And solve, answer would be 3. Yes, Nashida. The only thing where you could have made a mistake was subtracting the squarish portion over there. Can you doubt Divanshi? Now, if you have a rectangle whose dimensions are L and B, the perimeter would be twice L plus B. Diagonal would be under root of L square plus B square, and the area would be L into B, right? If I square this, it will be P square equal to 4 L square plus B square plus 2LB. So this formula gives me a relation between diagonal square and the area. If you only can remember this, and you can directly substitute everything over here. So P square is 4 into square of the diagonal, which is 41, twice the area, which is 40. So P square would be this. So P would be 2 into 9. The answer is 18. So sometimes remembering these results, you know, reduces your time of solving a question. You can do this also. Remember the results. These are great help sometimes. Square of the perimeter is 4 times square of the diagonal plus 2 times the area. Boat having a length 3 meter, breadth 2 meter is floating on a lake. The boat sinks by 1 centimeter and a man gets on it. The mass of the man is. I must have told you about force of buoyancy or upthrust. Did I tell you the basic concept of upthrust or force of buoyancy? Did we discuss that? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Suppose you have a liquid of density rho and there's an object whose density says d, and the object is floating in the liquid. The forces acting are basically the upthrust or the force of buoyancy or and weight of the body, mg. Since these two are basically balancing each other, that means weight of the object will be simply force of buoyancy. So this is the condition of flotation. The body will float if force of buoyancy or upthrust equals to the weight of the body. Now, what is the force of buoyancy or upthrust? It is always weight of liquid displaced or the fluid displaced because it holds for true for gases also. So weight of liquid displaced is always equal to force of buoyancy. Here, the fraction of volume inside is Vi and the volume outside is Vo. So the volume of the body inside is Vi, and that much volume of the liquid will be displaced. So what will be the volume of the liquid displaced? Vi. What will be the mass when you multiply this by density of the liquid into gravity? So this is the formula for force of buoyancy. Force of buoyancy or upthrust is always equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. Like if you have a hydrogen balloon, why will it rise? Hydrogen balloon has hydrogen inside it. Whereas surrounding is air. Density of density of hydrogen much less compared to density of air, which primarily contains nitrogen. So as a result, weight of the air displaced by the hydrogen is much more. If you take it to be 28 gram, like molecular mass for nitrogen or air, hydrogen is only 2 gram. So the volume of the air displaced is equal to the volume of the hydrogen balloon. But weight of air displaced would be quite high. So upthrust force of buoyancy will be very large compared to mg. As a result, this will rise. And after a certain height, the balloon will stop rising. Why? Because at that particular height, density of air becomes almost the density of the hydrogen. That is why. So this is the basic concept of force of buoyancy. Now here what happens is boat having the length 3 meter and weight of breadth 2 meters floating on a lake. So you can take boat like this. So whatever liquid is displaced at the moment, say this is the amount of water displaced, should be balancing the weight of the boat. So this much water displaced by the boat is basically balancing the weight of the boat. Now a man jumps on to it. So what will happen? Obviously, this would be W plus mg. Weight of the boat plus mass of the person, weight of the person. And as a result, there'll be some extra water displaced because the boat will sink. The boat is sinking by 1 centimeter. When the boat is sinking by 1 centimeter, how much volume will be displaced? Volume of water displaced will be equal to the mg. Mg is extra weight of the person. Vi would be this volume. This is the extra volume. Length and the breadth of the boat is 2 into 3. This is the area. And when I multiply it by the height is 1 centimeter. I need to convert 1 centimeter into meter. So this is a volume Vi displaced by the boat, extra liquid displaced, into density of water. Density of water is 1000 into G. The mass of the person is 60 kg, right? Density of ice is 900 kg per meter cube or 9 gram per centimeter. Density of ice is 9 gram per centimeter cube or 900 kg per meter cube. Whereas density of water is 0.9. 1 gram per centimeter cube or 1000 kg per meter cube. So ice is lighter than water. Ice is lighter than water. So that is why when you have ice cube inside glass, some part of the ice is above the level of water. In fact, 1/9. That is why tip of iceberg. You must have heard tip of iceberg. This is an iceberg. only tip of the iceberg is visible to the person, a ship coming towards it, and when he sees only the tip of the iceberg, but the whole big amount of ice is beneath the water. So when the ship is, you know, going closer to it, there's a propellers working continuously. They might get stuck with the ice. That's why we say tip of iceberg. Now, a question for you. Suppose I have a glass completely filled and there are some ice cubes floating on it. Now, this glass is filled with water to the brim, and after some time, ice melts. What happens to water? Will it spill out? Will the level go down? Will the level remain the same? Answer this. Will the water will spill or the level of water will go down or the level of water will remain the same? As I told you, density of ice is less. Suppose I take this ice to be, having say volume 10 cc, 10 cc ice, right? When it's 10 cc ice, what will be its mass? Volume is 10 cc, the mass would be 9 gram, correct? When 9 gram ice converts into water after melting, how much water will become? Only 9 gram of water will become because mass cannot reduce or right? And density of ice is how much? Density of ice is 1. So it will become 9 cc of water. That means whenever ice melts, it shrinks. 10 cc ice is equivalent to 9 cc of water. And to float in water, it has to only displace 9 cc of water. At the moment, 1 cc is outside, 9 cc inside. That's why I told tip of iceberg. When iceberg floats on water, only 1/10 part is visible to us. 1/9 is inside. And yeah, that much. So when this 10 cc ice will melt, it'll become 9 cc of water. So it'll take this much space. The level of water will remain the same only. Nothing would happen to it. But what if you have ice nails inside it? If you have ice nails inside the ice cubes, then what happens when the water ice melts? Now, Devanshi has sent some questions. In that case, level of water will go down. Because the density of iron nails is very high. So to make iron nails float, it has to displace large amount of water. But when the ice melts, it will take lesser space. So the level will go down. Remember it. This question is a 2-watt carbon resistor is color coded is color coded with green, black, red, and brown. The maximum current which can pass through the resistor. The maximum current which can pass through this resistor. Options are 0.4 milliampere, 63 milliampere, 20 milliampere, and the fourth is 100 milliampere. Now, as you know, because of COVID, a lot of syllabus was deleted from 12th physics, and color coding of resistor was there, which you never studied. But NATA guys say that their science syllabus would be from 6 to 10 class, but whereas this is a 12 class question. The color coding of resistors. It is like this. BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. And the color coding, start like this. Start from 0 digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight and 9. Just note it down. Color coding of resistors. Now, each color has a number or a digit assigned to it. As you can see, BB Roy, there are two B's coming, there are two G's coming. So the first B is brown, sorry, black, and the second one is brown. And the two G, one would be gray, another would be green. Black, brown. Third B would be for sure blue. First G is green, and there's no other confusion as such. The next G would be gray. So this is a color coding of resistors. Now, use because in a resistor, when you see a resistor, it'll be like this. If you happen to see some, electronic gadget, you'll find some color bands on it, like this. There are 4 color bands. The first color band is first digit. So the first color is which one? Green. Green means it would be 5. That'll be the first digit. Second would be black. Second is black. Black means 0, the second digit. And the third one is the number of zeros. Red is how much? 2. The number of zeros would be 2. And then the last one, the brown, will be basically the percentage error. So brown is 0%. So 0% error is there, plus minus 0. Generally, the last color is silver or gold or no color, but they have given brown. Anyways, so the resistor is how much? Resistance is 5000 ohm. First color, first digit. Second color, second digit. Third color is number of powers to the 10 or number of zeros. Got it? And the last is basically the error, percentage error. Now we've been given the power of the bulb. P is equal to V square by R. Whenever you see a bulb, for any electrical gadget, power will be given to you and voltage at which working will be given to you. So you can find always a resistor. That way, if you have a 100-watt bulb and 200-watt bulb, both operating, on 220 volt, that means which bulb has higher resistor? 100-watt bulb has higher resistor, because resistance will be always V square by P times. So 100 ohm resistor has higher, 100-watt bulb has a higher resistance. Sometimes there will be question like if 100-watt bulb and 200-watt bulb, they're connected in series because in our houses we have connection in parallel, so same voltage is going. Different currents are there. So if you connect them in series, which will glow brighter. So in series connection, as you know, current is always the same in series combination. So power would be consumed according to I square R. Current will be the same. So the resistor of 100-watt bulb is more than 200-watt bulb. As a result, power consumed in 100-watt bulb will be more than that in 200-watt bulb. So in series combination, a 100-watt bulb will glow brighter compared to 200-watt bulb. But here we are asking for maximum current. So you can also use this formula. P is equal to VI. Or you can use I square R, right? So you have P, you have I, you have R, you can find maximum current. See what is the answer? P is 2 watt, R is 5 into 10 to the power 3. You can multiply by 2 and divide by 2 will be I square will be 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. So what will be I? I will be 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, right? 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 ampere. So how many milliampere? Multiply by 1000. So when you multiply by 1000, it becomes 20 milliampere. Barobar? Option third is the correct answer. So the color coding of resistor is like this. BB Roy of BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. Counting start digits 0 to 9. First B is black, first G is green. First color band from the left, first digit. Second color band, second digit. Third color band gives you number of zeros or 10 to the power, whatever. The last color gives you the percentage error. And she has sent one more question. The average of 15 numbers is 18. Write it down. The average of 15 numbers is 18. Average of 15 numbers is 18. The average of first 8. The average of first 8 is 19 and the last 8 is 17. Then what is the 8th number? The average of 15 numbers is 18. The average of first 8 is 19 and the last 8 is 17. What is the 8th number? You have numbers x1 till x8 till x15, and their average would be add them up, divide by 15 is 18, right? x1, x2 till x8, x9, x15 is 18 into 15. Let's say the average of first 8 is 19. x1 to x8 by 8 is 19. That means x1 to x8 is 19 into 8, one equation. The average of last 8 is 17. Then last 8 you have to add this also. x8 to x15 is the last 8 numbers. Is how much? 17. So that means x8 to x15 is 17 into 8. Barobar? So if you add these two, this x8 will be counted twice, right? Add this and this, x8 will be counted twice. If I add these two, will be x1, 2 times x8 till x15. So this is 19 into 8 plus 17 into 8. That is, it is 36 into 8. And from this, if I subtract this one, if I subtract this one, only x8 will be left because there you have only 15 numbers, whereas you have 16 numbers. This is counted twice. So you subtract this number from this number and get your answer. The required answer would be 36 into 8 minus 18 into 15. The answer is 18. Anjana, correct. Right, guys? Revise this, whatever I've done today. Practice more questions. From the booklet 10, you have those NATA questions, and then I'll see you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can send your doubts meanwhile if you have any. I'll find the solution, send you on WhatsApp.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.